Good afternoon from New York City, friends. My name is Peter Mazza. You haven't seen me on social media for a while. Just been laying low with my kids and my wife and living in New York and trying to take care of everybody. Been doing a lot of teaching online and shedding. I have all my arrangements that I continue to develop, my improvising off of my arrangements. But, always working on fundamentals, just the lines, comping, rhythm, interaction, groove, everything. So I thought to kind of share something that I'm practicing and maybe want to practice along with it once you watch the video and see if you find it interesting or helpful. So just to name the topic up front, I'm going to take, minor 2-5-1-6, right? And start in C minor. And I'm also going to practice it in 5-4 instead of 4-4. But let me walk you through each piece of it. Then I'm going to record a track, or I'll teach you some of the ideas that I'm doing. Then I'm going to record a track and then play along to it. You can play along to it with me if you want. Definitely happy to have, my friends and old and new check in with me. Shoot me a message on social media or an email. Certainly, I value you following me on YouTube and on either Instagram or Facebook. So thanks in advance for reaching out to me there and keeping tabs on anything I'm going to come up with these days. But let's just jump into it. So, all right, awesome. So D minor 7 flat 5, right? To G7 flat 13. Right, to C minor 9 major 7, C E flat B D, C melodic minor sound, A7 flat 13. Then I'm going to go D minor 7 flat 5 back to the G7 flat 13, and then I'm going to hold the C minor 9 major 7 for 2 measures, just to make a complete 8-bar phrase. And the reason why I want to not go back to the A7 is I want to kind of finish up the key of C minor. And eventually what I do with all the stuff that I'm working through, I'm going to practice, for and with you, is that I move it another key. So I want to be able to wrap up each key so that I can modulate to another key. So in total, it's D minor 7 flat 5 to G7 flat 13, C minor 9 major 7, A7 flat 13, D minor 10 flat 5, to G7 flat 13 to C minor 9, and then repeat it for another measure. Again, that's an 8-bar phrase. So let's talk about the rhythm, which I'll do slowly. So I'm going to alter, the way that I'm going to approach the comping in 5-4 is I'm going to do the first chord for 3 beats and the second chord for 2 beats, and then alternate. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 1 and 2 and 3. 4, 5, 1 and 2 and 3. 4, 5, 1 and 2 and 3. Right? Makes sense? So I'll record that on my looper in a minute. But before I do, so, I could go really into outer space on this stuff, but I just, why don't I just give you just enough to play along with me? How's that? So on the D minor 7 flat 5, I'm going to be using a D minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. Right? And then when I move up to the G7 or down to the G7 flat 13 chord, for reasons I can explain another time, happy to do it, is that you play an F minor 7 flat 5. Right? Great sound. There's a method to that madness. But so again. And then when it goes to the C minor major, I'm going to go E flat major 7, sharp 5. And then when it goes to the A7, flat 13, I'm going to take that arpeggio down a whole step to D flat major 7, sharp 5. Right? And then I'm going to do back to the D minor flat 5, so, and then to the G7, which is the F minor 7 flat 5, and then for the C minor major, and then, so I did E flat major 7 sharp 5 for the 7th measure of that 8th bar progression, and then the 8th measure is C minor major 7. So I have these very particular ways of fingering my arpeggio, so I'll go over this slowly. So in general, I alternate 2 notes and 1 note, 2 notes, 1 note, 2 notes, 1 note, 2 notes, right? Right, then I move that up. Right, and the intervals there are 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, right? 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. then E flat major 7, same thing, 2 notes, then 1 note. Then, right? Then C minor major. And I should, offer like a little qualifier here. I assume that most people who are newer to this game, or maybe have been doing it for a long time, but you still don't consider yourself, advanced or studied, you could certainly go learn a lot of the fundamentals from the great teacher Jens Larsen. I mean, he puts out all kinds of amazing videos that really cover like the most essential basic things. So this might be like after you've already checked that out, and you're really comfortable with that, or maybe you're one of my colleagues here in New York or around somebody who lives and plays and teaches, and you're just looking at something to spice up your practice routine. So I'm going to keep going with this. But yeah, I mean, I recognize that this isn't like beginner stuff, and there's certainly a lot of I'm just looking to not repeat what Jens or any other great teacher has already offered you online. But anyway, so that's the arpeggio sequence. So I mentioned, and by the way, so I generally do 2 octave arpeggios. So anything I do on the 5th string, I'm also able to do on the 6th string using the same fingering. Like the same number of notes per string. Then here's an interesting fingering. Watch this. 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4. I try to avoid bar fingerings when I'm playing lines. I have no aversion to hard chords, but when I'm playing notes, I don't like to bar fingers. Maybe my first finger a little bit, but that's it. So okay, let's continue. So E flat major 7, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, down a whole step. Up a minor 3rd. So that's the same passage. Now, I mentioned 5/4, so we got to talk about rhythm, right? So even though the clave is 3 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 1, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 1 and 3 and 4, 5, 1, right? The line is gonna be like the inverse, like a 2-beat line and then a 3-beat line at the end. So let me show you what I mean. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and and another thing that I like to do is start off the beat. So let's see. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go 5 E. Or 5 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5. So one more time. E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 5. E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5. E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 5 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5 E and 1 E 2 E and E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5. Okay, that's it. E and 3 E and 4 E and 5 E. Well, you go back to the root, right? So listen to this. So now let me record this. So where are we? So like. Right? So one more time. So like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. interesting. So now I could do the same line from the sixth string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 5, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 5, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 5, 1 E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 5, E and a 1, E and a... I'll stop talking. You probably can't hear my guitar. And know what? Let me turn down the track a little bit so you can hear me better. And then I'm going to turn up on my mixing board here my guitar. Oop, hold on. Bear with me. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Cool. So, so again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the rhythm I'm doing is like, I because I play a lot of sequences, I like to anticipate the rhythm, like rather than start on the beat, so it feels more percussive and less like lick-ish, right? So I'll go, instead of going da-ba 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 da, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da, because it's more percussive. So again, so if I start on the sixth string, 4 E and a 5. Right? So here's where we're going to beef it up, right? So now I'm going to play this lick in all keys. So this is where you can work out with me. D minor 7 flat 5, G7 flat 13, C minor A7. I'm just going to say the basic chord. D minor flat 5, G7, C minor. Now when that's done, 8 bars, I'm going to make it C minor 7 flat 5, which I can play over here. F7, sharp 9, B flat minor, G7, C minor flat 5, F7, B flat minor. Then I'm going to make it B flat minor 7 flat 5, E flat 7, A flat, F7, 2, 5, 1, or that could be G sharp minor. Now, this is G sharp minor 7 5, so that's the 2 of F sharp minor. D sharp 7, G sharp 7, C sharp 7, F sharp, right? And then I'm going to make it F sharp minor 7 flat 5, B7, E minor, C sharp 7, F sharp minor, B7, E minor, A7, or E minor flat 5, A7, D minor, B7, E minor flat 5, A7, D minor, right? Now, up a half step, E minor 7 flat 5, or we can call this D sharp minor 7 flat 5, G sharp 7, C sharp minor 9, right? So now we're same progression, 2 5 1 6 2 5 1 1 in minor, but now moving down in steps, right? We did C minor, B flat minor, a G sharp minor, F sharp minor, E minor, D minor. Now we're going to C sharp minor, and then right, and then it becomes C sharp minor 7 flat 5. I'm going to move that up here. So Jens talks about, like, knowing your 2 5s. Those are the non-negotiables, right? So, and then so that was 2 5 in B, right? C sharp minor, F sharp 7, B minor, G sharp 7, C sharp minor, F sharp 7, B minor, then minor 7 flat 5, B minor 7 flat 5, E7, A minor, F sharp 7, B minor, E7 sharp 9, A minor, right? And then repeat that. Now that becomes minor 7 flat 5. This A minor 7 flat 5 is the 2 of G minor. So A minor, D7, G minor, E7, A minor, D7, G minor, and then G minor 7 flat 5, C7, F minor, D7, G minor, C7, F minor, and then F minor 7 flat 5, B flat 7, E flat minor, C7, back to F minor, B flat 7, E flat minor. Then again, I'm going to repeat E flat minor, or D sharp minor, G sharp 7, C sharp minor, A sharp 7, D sharp minor 7 flat 5, G sharp 7, and then back to C sharp minor, then back to the top. Right, so here's the thing. I'm going to transpose that same sequence of chords, right? I'll do it slowly, like... Right, so like ba da ba da ba do ba da ba ya ba da ba ya ba da ba da ba da ba do ba da ba ya ba da ba ya ba da ba da ba da ba da ba do ba da ba ya ba da ba ya etc. And then, so again, I'll start with D minor 7 flat 5, play that whole sequence in the key of C minor. Then I'll go to C minor 7 flat 5, play that whole sequence, resolve to B flat minor. Right, it's gonna be, and I'm gonna be calling them out. So, and again, this is just like you're hanging out with me and we're practicing. If I'm going fast, I'm doing it deliberately because I mostly want to play. I'm looking to warm up today before I have to go get my kids. So, but anyway, so I have a track which is like all of the 2/5s in all keys. Let me pull that up. And I suppose, I mean, this is a 16th note lick, so it's a harder lick. We could do this with an easier lick, right? Okay, so I'm going to play this lick, but then I'm going to go back and I'm going to teach an easier lick too, right? That's not his 16th note, maybe just 8th notes and something a little more sparse. You know, that'll be fun for people to play. But I'm appealing to folks who would probably be, you know, pretty technically accomplished right now, because it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to, you know, lock in these fingerings and these movements. But so here you go: 1 E into 2 E into 3 E into 4 E into 5. Oh, so it's hard for me to talk because it's fast. I didn't realize how fast this is. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. In the immortal words of Miles, first I'll play and I'll tell you what it is later. Another thing I've been doing is playing with my thumb. Just barely hanging on for life here. I forgot this was so fast. So back to the top. There you go. So, okay, let's choose a line that's a little more friendly. But that would be fun to work that up, right? So how's this? Let's think of a good one. Okay, so this is neat. So we're going to do the same scheme harmonically, but just an easier line. So like so let me explain that. So it's still D minor 7 flat 5, and then F minor 7 flat 5. So and so I want one to be 2, last 2 beats, and then one to last 3. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a, or 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Get that? And then 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. So I could count it as literally as 2 and 3 or in 5, whichever is easier for you to say out loud. I mean, it's good to be able to count in 5. So like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and, right? Which I can do over here. Right? And then I could transpose that, right? And by the way, since this one is only a 4-string lick, right? It only spans over 4 strings, you could actually do it on the top string. So like ba, ba. Oh, interesting, right? So anyway, I'm going to try to practice that. Okay, yeah. So it's like again, this is a fast track. All right, you know what? I'm going to do this, and then I think I have a track that holds the chords for twice as long. So maybe we can do that just for fun. But yeah, practice along with me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I want to vary it. Well, I won't do that. E flat minor 755. Let's see. Right, so that was like through all the keys. Let's see. How about one more lick at this tempo, but maybe something a little easier. This is a good one, right? So I'm going to use the same harmonic framework, something descending. I'm going to go D minor flat 5 to F minor 7 flat 5. So it's going to go 1 and a 2, 3, 4, a 5. A 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. A beta, 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 right? So 1 and a 2 and a, or 4, a 5. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a, sorry. So I could do this up here. What's interesting is I'll play this on all the groups of 3 strings, this, and this, using the same number of notes per string. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, it would be like that. Of course, I'm sorry. So like, so where are we? C. Starting from C note, D minor 7 flat 5. Right, which I can do over here. It doesn't really fit, so I have to switch to the 6th string, so I can do this. Or same number of notes per string, right, as the top one. So let's practice that. So I'm going to start on beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beat. Right, so like that was through all the keys, right? Like moving it down in steps. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, sometimes if the harmonic rhythm is moving more quickly, it's cool to do a lick that's a little more condensed. You know, that's easier to play. Like, what would be another one? I'm just going to pull one out of a hat. Like, okay, so we can do this. Instead of doing seventh chord arpeggios, we can make all of these 1, 2, 3, 5s. Like, right? So this is going to be 1, 2, flat 3, flat 5, which is 2 beats. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and 5 and, right? Which is going to be 3. This is 2 beats and then 3 beats. And this is the same lick moved up, right? Like an F diminished. So this is D diminished. This is an F diminished. E flat augmented. D flat augmented. D diminished. E flat augmented. Or F diminished. E flat augmented. C minor. Right? And then what's interesting is I would do this lick on all the 2-string groupings using the same number of notes per string. So like... here. Here. And then really nice. So let's see. Now, what I would do to be like, again, to make something feel less patterny, even though it's totally a pattern, is to start it instead of on beat 1, da ba 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 da, is to start it on beat 5. So I'll go like 1 and 2. Let me think. Let's listen to this track. Okay, so there's the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba do ba do ba do ba ba do da do ba ba do da do ba do da do ba. Sorry, I made a mistake. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 ba do ba do da do ba ba do ba do ba do ba ba do da do da do ba do ba da do da do Right, so I can, just do some open blowing on it too in a sec. But yeah, so that's a really, there's so many of those. I mean, oh my God, we could just go nuts. Like even like, okay, listen to this. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a, right, so my bad, 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a, right? So now again, what I would do is put it on beat 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. There it is. Sorry, guys. E flat minor, flat minor. Down here. Okay, back to the top. Well, anyway, let's see. There's so many fun ones. Yeah, so I started with that fast one. And by the way, so you could do the fast one like in reverse. So like you can go E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 5 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 5 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 5 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 5. So 4 E and a 5. One more time. 4 E and a 5. Oh wait, but I want to go down first, right? 4 E and a 5. Wait, down 2, up 3. glad I'm shedding these. Sometimes changing strings. Oh, well, we want to go down first, right? Okay. You get the point, right? Interesting. There's, yeah, I'm trying to think. There's like all kinds of, well, okay, I have a neat idea. This will make it a little easier. So this is 5 beats per chord. Right? So instead of 3 and 2 per measure, it's going to be 5 beats for each chord. So it kind of draws it out a little bit. You get a little more time. So like, and 5, and 5 and 1 and 2, and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. That's a cool one. And 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and okay and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So okay, there's 3 notes on the G string, and then the rest is the same. Oh, and there's a passing note. There's 3 notes on the E string. Right? Pretty wild, right? So like 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Wait, and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? And 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 3 and 4. Sorry. No, I added an extra note. Sorry. Well, okay, one more. I'm trying to loosen up the rhythm, and so sometimes I was getting a little sloppy. But yeah, once I get a certain sequence down melodically and rhythmically, I like to vary it so it feels a little less like an exercise or something, more like a hard bop line or something. So let me see. E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 5. That's kind of cool. Or actually maybe go up 2 and down 3. Oh, well, 4 E and a 5. More time. 4 E and a 5. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, it would be on the same key. Okay, one more time. 4, 5. 4, 5. I mean, you get the idea, or like something about. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, you could do some kind of cool rhythm, like or same harmonic sequence, right? Like so, like. Right? Fun. One very last thing. I'm just again, you're just practicing along with me if you want. And this is the exact same harmonic sequence we started with, both chordally and linearly. The superimpositions on top. I'm like the superimposition maven. You know, that's like really my thing. One of the core principles of not only my playing but my teaching. The way I, I mean, I think Jens Larson is amazing at acquainting everybody with like really the most integral basic things that mastery of basic things, got to have that. But then want to go a little further. I tend to have some different ideas and philosophies about ways to blend, simple things into complex things. And this is a demonstration of that. But one last little line that I'll do before I'll say goodbye, but like. So yeah, I'll do like a 3, then a 2. So right. So a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and. So I hear that as a 3, then a 2. Sorry. Right? So 4E into 5. Sorry. does. Okay. Interesting at the very end, like so when you're on a C minor, ask Jonathan Kreisberg, C harmonic major or G harmonic major, which is melodic minor sharp 4, right? So you can play like you can play a D7 on that last C minor, like this. D7. I'll do one more and I'll stop. So on a B5. So B5 minor, C7. Right, so that's this. Anyway, folks, I hope that was a good workout. If you want to work out with me, let me know. I mean, we get together. We do this. I have many friends and colleagues who I work out with on these harmonies and rhythms and, all this, fluency stuff. So anyway, I hope this was fun and it was a good way to sit in front of the camera and just hopefully reach out to some folks who I haven't heard from or played for or talked to in a while. So reach out to me. Many thanks. Bye-bye.